过来。Hello， Hello， 大家好，欢迎来到我自言自语收放台，张小颖。那么我们今天要来玩一个，这个应该也是剧情向的小游戏吧。这是一款眨眼游戏，它有一个什么眼部辨识功能，但是我没有开啊，我哪有什么好眼部辨识？每次我眨眼，游戏就会注意到，但是因为我并没有开眼部辨识，而且我也没有摄影机，所以它是没有办法辨识到这个的。所以我们只要用手点。感觉阴森森的呀，这个游戏。
Well, hello there, stranger. Ooh, you're a real bright and shiny one.
你怎么长得很像
I ask you for your name, but sadly you got no mouth to speak with, or
怎么长得像只有一只耳朵的狼呢？
nose to look down with. So we're gonna have to find another way. See, what you'll find is, even though you're no longer in your body's still inside of you. If that makes any sense. So, if you understand what I'm saying, blink over my hand here.
我们现在的状态怕不是一颗大眼球。
You're a blinking genius. I knew you were special. See all them poor souls down there, lost in the waves? I didn't choose any.
我们现在的状态可能就是一颗这个东西，你知道？
See, I just sometimes get a sort of.
我们现在可能就是一颗这样子的大眼球。
That's a better word. Notion. Better word than that. Premonition. A premonition when a soul's worth pulling up. Now you see that tower out there? Big scary one? That's where I'm taking you to see the gatekeeper, to be judged. I'm gonna present your case, tell her the whole story of your entire life, from proud to stern. Now if she's impressed, I get paid the Bitcoin, and you get yourself a spot in her magnificent city. If she ain't, well, I eat seagull for dinner again, and you, well, we don't have to worry about that, because I am the best orator you'll find on these sickly waters. Class A storyteller, believe you me. Oh, shut up.
那它其实就是个
You had your chances.
中介，卖故事的中介。
Layabouts. Unsatisfactory clock watchers. I got some words for you. Sorry you had to hear that. So sure, Maybe I'm not the most verbose storyteller out there, but I know how to spin a yarn if I'm given something to work with. And that's where you come in. Your life. You're gonna show it to me. I want to see exactly what made you so absolutely great. So, just think back.
所以我现在是要把故事给他，而不是我要去塔里说故事。
First thing that you can remember. I'm gonna send you there. But understand, no matter how much you like it, you're not gonna be able to stay, alright? Every time you blink, you're going to jump forward in time. Could be a second, could be 5 years. That's just how this thing works. Alrighty then. I hope he's ready for this. Now, the next time that you blink, I'm gonna send you back. Now, don't be afraid, and don't try to fight it. And just try to enjoy it this time.
Look at that sun. We've got a long, beautiful day ahead of us. Why are you smiling like that? Let's go get you some seashells. What do you say?
You see that big spiky plant over there?
但我不能移动哎。
Right over there. Don't you see it? That's called an agave.
Day really slipped away, didn't it? Oh well, days have a tendency to do that, I guess.
正常人都会一直眨眼睛的，他这个对话那么长，都不知道眨几次眼睛。
Look at that! There's your little hand.
We have to make him do this every birthday.
一岁大。
Oh, you want to play along with Mommy, don't you?
Sounds good, honey!
I'm sending it to my mentor next week. It has to be perfect.
Well, sounds pretty perfect to me.
Yeah, what do you like about it?
I like the music.
That's very specific.
Look at his little face. What do you think he's thinking about?
I don't know.
嗯，
Probably
当然啊，怎么可能一个礼拜了还那个？我上礼拜大概礼拜五吧，礼拜五左右就好了，差不多了。
No, it's not derivative. At least I didn't think it was. Do you think you could tell the other members of the selection committee what I just told you? Right. No, I'm sorry. I guess I just put a lot of expectation on this call. Okay, I understand. Thank you for considering my piece, John. It really means a lot.
他妈妈是一个
Oh,
艺术家
Sure, a little，
钢
mess
琴
of
家或
color.
什么吧。
Hey, we do not throw things in this house. If
他的那个眨眼的符号这么快哦。他那个眨眼符号这么快，我感觉我有时候对话都没看完。不会不会，我今年的那个感冒的那个扣打应该已经那个消耗掉了。
Fled his home country just to have a chance to pursue it. God, he made me practice so much. I hated it at first.
过因为这礼拜知道的要开工了。
Okay, Benny. Are you ready to see something really special?
I just don't want him to get attached. Richard,
What?
that's the cutest thing I've ever seen.
Yeah, what's wrong with that?
We can't keep him, can we? I mean, I'm pretty much definitely allergic, so no, right?
No. We'll find someone to take him.
然后过两天发现这个猫已经变成他们家的食物链的那个顶端。
Now play the C major chord I taught you. Remember? There you go. Doesn't that make you feel happy? Like you just want to jump up and down? Now what about C minor?
唉，要开工啦！
Remember how to play that one? Very good. Just one note different. That one sounds sad.
我的猫在楼下，不知道是不是看到壁虎了，
Amazing
这
what
边
a difference one
呜
little
叫。
change can make on how a person feels.
我们这是用特修换的，
Sort of like me and your little friend on your piano there.
而且我中间还是有去，主要是今年是当导师。如果是当行政就没有寒暑假，当导师可以有半个寒暑假。
Anyone like her? I just pray to God I can somehow keep up.
栗子，要上来。
I think she liked that I was a professor. Gave me a certain gravitas in her eyes, you know, which I very quickly lost. God, she dragged me to so many
这游戏
places.
就是一个故事模式，
It was wonderful.
而且主角现在还是个小孩子，所以现在在看他爸妈的故事。就我们中间，因为学生他们会上课啊，他们会上课，我们就是要在学校待着，而且现在你们应该已经脱离这个学生生涯有点久了。
Wait, that's my piece.
所以你们不知道
How did you figure out how to
现在
play that?
那个学生，不过也不好说，以前应该也是这个样子的，就是
He's playing my piece.
以前就是学
He must
生
have figured it out by ear.
寒暑假就是在学校一整天就是寒辅暑辅，应该以前也是这样，现在也是。他们就算不上寒辅暑辅，我们也会有那个什么冲刺班啊什么的，
Oh God, I have my
自
interview
习
in 5
班
minutes
啊
and I
什么的。
completely forgot to feed him.
栗子，来过来抱抱。我的猫好像看到壁虎了，因为它现在是处在一个很兴奋抓壁虎的状态。
Don't worry, I already did.
Excuse me, of course, sir. It's all organized into folders, sitting ready on my kitchen table. They will literally be on your desk when you get in. What could possibly happen to the files between now and tomorrow morning? We
这猫
are
长得有点快啊。
When's he coming?
I'm flying him out in February, remember? You know, I think he was pretty surprised that I could actually afford to do that.
Hey, why not?
已经是一只老
You're
猫了
working
吗
on？it now.
这么快？
I guess that's true.
Don't let it go to your head, but yeah.
This is called a metronome. We use it to measure time so we don't get lost in the music. I want you to start using it before Grandpa comes to visit.
我在想，我是不是应该去救一下那只被猫咪
You
抓
know,
到的
my
老
father
壁虎？
once told me, when I was about your age, the only way to fight against time is to create a work of genius, which might live on after you're gone. So I asked him, what about your children? Thinking, you know, I might be a work of genius just as I was. He said, yes, I suppose. If you made a work of genius, I could live on through that as well. No such luck for me.
You really need to stay in time with the metronome, okay?
Subdivide the time. 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4.
There you go, buddy. Okay, now keep a firm grip on it, just like that. Oh my. Well, don't think you like that, pal. Sorry, buddy. Turn around, Elle, so we can photograph you.
I'm just really behind right now. Why don't you take photos in the backyard? It may not be interesting at first, but if you keep going back out there every day, you'll be surprised by how much it changes.
重点是明天就要早起啦。我为了调时差，我今天早上7点多就醒了。
Buddy!
Ernie!
Ernie!
Ernie, we need you!
God, Elle, what if you got eaten by a coyote?
My sinuses would be eternally indebted.
啊，我们的猫失踪
What did you
了
just。say?
No, I said I'm really worried. Here, kitty, kitty, kitty.
God, honey, I'm worried too.
So you're saying it's a coincidence that it disappears
Huh?
for weeks and then comes back with a huge belly?
But Ernie's a boy.
And you're
Huh?
sure about that?
Thought I was.
Uh-huh.
I'm still not understanding how you let this happen.
I don't know. I didn't think about it. It just
明天哪来的台风假？台风都不会来。
Happened to find us.
他们以为养了一只公猫，结果居然大肚子回来生了一
Grass
窝。
blue, the ocean green, and then the sky red.
what's wrong with that?
Were you able to pick up the new book? Yes. The Manila Galleon was of particular interest.
I meant Benny's book.
Oh, yeah.
不是啊，今天本来我可以不用那么早起啊，可是为了调时差，我平常假日都是睡到12点的好吗？我今天为了调
Just
时
take
差
it，one day at a time. Trust me.
为了调时差，我今天可是7点多就
Really
醒。
getting there, honey? Next week we'll start working on your other.
Okay. Two.
The quiz said find the zero, and he just drew an arrow.
这个
pointing-
成绩是不是不太妙呢？
Well, what's wrong with that?
I mean, everything is wrong with that.
这小孩数学不是很好。
Congratulations, B. First of many, I'd assume.
I want that box full by the time I come in there. If you don't play with it anymore, we're getting rid of it.
This isn't my house. It's not my house.
Right. It's my house. You have 5 minutes to get down on the
这是隔壁邻
Well,
居吗
that？you fool. I'll have your hands. I'll feed them to the cat.
Chloe, I'm playing inside.
Hey, you. Yeah, you. Come over here. Yes, Mr. Camera Boy. I'm talking to you. Why are you always out here taking photos? You know, if you really want to take a photo of something cool, you should take a photo of this.
Chloe!
Quiet, everyone. Benny's about to play for us.
Wow, Elle, he's unbelievable. My God, I didn't realize our head of accounting was raising a musical prodigy.
Didn't you used to be a composer yourself, Elle?
No, I don't know if I'd say that.
But you used to write your own music, right?
Yeah, but I haven't done that in years. Not since he was 4 or 5 years old.
And what do you do, Richard?
He's
He's a professor.
Of what?
Well, no one really knows.
No, I mean, what's his field?
It's maritime archaeology.
Very cool.
But no one really knows what it...
The class is world history. My name is Mr. Isaac.
我只能说，这个
Hey you.
前一天晚上我是2点多3点才睡。
Look on your desk. I wrote you something.
This is a quote. I want each of you to write it down. Not doodle on the sidelines, not stare off into space. Okay, now I will go on to the next slide. Chloe, tell me, what did the quote say?
Right, I definitely know this.
You were taking notes, weren't you, Chloe?
So those who do not remember the past, repeat the past. That's right, right?
Indeed it is.
12点起床
Tried to convince your father not to buy
就
you that
很愉快的一天就这样过去了。
Half suspect he bought it for himself. The little guys are pretty cute, though. I will admit
11
that.
岁，
Oh, I want the job of whoever gets paid to think of that crap.
该怎么说呢？这个游戏太过简单与太过简单与温馨。
Oh, sure. We sit together in history class. I don't know what I'd do without old Benny.
Very sweet. Thank you for playing his game with him.
Your dad just thanked me for hanging out with you? That's a very interesting detail. Okay, shut up. I really want this one. Maybe I'll use...
It's called a magnet school. It's about an hour away in a town called Burton. I know the change can be scary, but I just want you to go
音乐学校，
So what do you think, Benjamin? You think you could excel in that sort of an environment?
Sorry, he gets very shy.
Oh, not to worry. If he's as gifted as you say he is, shyness is no problem. Why don't you two come back closer to the end of the year for an audition?
As you can see, there are some very fast runs in there, and a lot of stuff I've not taught you properly yet. So no pressure. I just want you to try, and we can see if you start enjoying it.
不是这个游戏，你的唯一的功能
Just like to see you really
就是
rise
点
to
他那
the
个眼
occasion.
睛，
Just this
他纯粹就只是看剧
I
情
wish
的，
I had the option of going to a
完全
school
没有
like
游
that
戏的
when I
环
was
节，
your
你
age.
知道？
I wouldn't be working this
我本来
boring
今
job
天是
loading
想要
this
就我们
boring
就
down,
直
I'll
接
tell
海
you
绵
that.
宝宝2。我本来是打算海绵宝宝2的。
Don't answer that, Ben. You can talk to your friend after you practice.
“没有办法接电话。
Oh my god. Is she really calling you again? What, is she obsessed with you?
So listen, I found a construct.
What are you doing? I explicitly asked you not to pick up the phone.
Oh, he's fine. Let's talk to her.
Oh, what do you know about anything that's going on right now?
Okay, you know, I'd appreciate it if you wouldn't raise your voice like that.
Well, then don't stick your nose into things that you're completely checked out of.
Okay.
Man, did I just cause a fight with your parents? I'm sorry, dude, but you should also cherish these moments. My mom and dad used to fight, and I would always hate it, but now I actually miss it a lot. And
Anubis, in the presence of Ma'at, who you remember is the goddess of truth and justice, would weigh the deceased soul against a feather, determining whether it was worthy of entering into her land of the dead. And what if they are deemed unworthy? Well, you can see that ugly fur ball under the scale? That is
Mr. Kid. Over that. Look at it.
The head of a crocodile, fur of a lion, see, and the body of a hippopotamus. Though I would not say that to her face. Now, as you can see, she is ready to devour any of the deceased who do not pass judgment. Sort of like me with your weekly quiz.
Ew, why is he so scared looking? Okay, I'll call you when I'm leaving my house. You better pick up my call, dude.
这个游戏应该就是在暗示那个阿努比斯。
Just as he's starting to make friends.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the only reason he keeps coming here is to play that game you bought for him.
Okay, listen, I don't blame.
他应该是暗示这个灵魂死后接受审判。
Benny has a chance here. A real chance to be really good at something. I mean this is no offense at all. But I don't think you actually really understand what that is.
Lights out. You need to be rested for tomorrow. Memory consolidates when you're asleep. So if you go to sleep now, you will awaken a master. Trust me.
我很少，我不太听音乐。古典的我会听，但是我不会去注意是谁的，就是放着当睡前音乐之类的。
Benny, damn it.
Benny, turn up.
偷跑出去看看呗。
Wow, didn't think you'd actually pick up. I'm a sticky for a baby. I apologize. Okay, so meet me out in the alley in T-minus now, okay?
You know, I'm really glad you're here. There's something I've been meaning to talk to you about. Or to get off my chest. Okay. I don't think Kongsters is actually a really good game. My cousin Yoon, he was in town this weekend, and he was explaining how it's actually a
这肯定是抄袭宝可梦吧？
He calls it a cash grab. So, I'm sorry that I made you like it because it's actually a terrible game. But I also think that if it was a really good game, maybe we wouldn't have enjoyed playing it as much. We would have been so focused on how good it was and not the feelings we had while we were playing it.
我估计我这个游戏今天玩完，如果没有很吸引我的话，我明天可能会玩另外一款游戏。我在想，这种纯叙事的游戏，感觉不太是我的菜。
But I also like hanging out with you the most, which was also something I wanted to talk to you about. I like hanging out with you a lot, which is weird because after what happened with my mom, I never like hanging out with anyone. So this has been a big surprise for me this year.
虽然明后天我比较想要休息，我只要想到这个礼拜开工，我就浑身充满了疲倦。
My dad does, but I can tell he's not really listening.
只要想到明天就要一整天这样折腾，开始一整天折腾，天哪，用想的就好累哦。 Stay here 吧。不会，我不会把它完成。我今天结束，我就不会把它完成。而且我明天如果真的很累，我明后天我就会消失。因为根据经验，通常很久没有讲话，长时间讲话，然后一开始上课会有一段时间喉咙会比较不舒服。毕竟一天要讲几个小时的话。然后又要大声讲几个小时的话，然后有时候可能还要大吼，一开始会不太适应。我已经准备好了我的喉糖，我买了好几罐的喉糖，就是为了应付这学期的。
Oh, okay. I think that's enough.
是不是演奏的很烂
？So, Benjamin, why don't we plan on having you come
工作那是没办法
next year again once you've had a bit more time to practice? Yes. As you know, Burton isn't the right fit for it.
他可能是因为昨天晚上偷跑出去没有好好休息，所以今天眼睛有点花。
Maybe I pushed you too hard. Maybe I turned into my own father. I don't know. You have to find something to focus on. The world isn't very kind to people who aren't really good at something.
首先就是要麦克风。我以前上课不用麦克风的，可是后来发现这样不行。不用麦克风太累了。
Just maybe 5 minutes, kiddo. Okay?
It's such a crucial time in his development. He shouldn't be confined to his room.
Yeah, having him home for a little means I can spend more time with him. You know? We can focus him. I'm sure he...
为什么这小孩要被留在家里？因为他自闭症吗？说起来，他们家的猫跑去哪里？他们家的猫不是还生了一窝小猫吗
？This isn't video game time. I want you to figure out something actually productive to do while you're home from school. 他现在是整理他的房子吗？
Well, ever since he got sick, all he did...
And Mr. Benjamin Bryn has been awarded first place.
然后现在发现他有绘画天分。
You are not here to learn to be painters. You are here to learn to be artists. And although I was hired to teach you, it is a sham. There is no teaching art.
Oh, how very wacky and fun these are.
very zany, very kitsch. Lucky for you, the world is always in need of more.
There you go, Mr. Brin.
他的画派怎么突然变成这个后现代之类的画风了呀？本来的写实不挺好的吗？你怎么变成这样了，班杰明？你怎么变成这样了？
I want you all to take a long look at what Mr. Brin has done here. You see, he has reached down deep
这是什么
within
东西？
himself and
学艺术
created
的人最
a
终都会变成这样。
masterpiece.
这么说起来，的确，这个感觉好像他混这个绘画圈，感觉混绘画圈好像比较好混的感觉。毕竟一幅画各种解读，但是音乐这种东西，你吹错就是吹错的。
I know that lots of agents gave you lots of cards, and it all probably feels weird and alienating and the opposite of what being a starving artist is supposed to feel like. But if I can teach you one thing, it's that if opportunity knocks, you open the door. Making a living isn't selling out. I wish I had thought of it that way.
但是毕业之后都要面对找不到工作这件事情。
You're not selling your soul.
签约签起来啊！
About you. We're going to make a lot.
To actually making some money with one's art. Lord knows I could never do it. Ooh, that's good. So, now that you've made it, tell me.
Honey, stop. Is that a...
他现在是可能透过炒作变成了知名画家之类的，并且透过他的迷幻画风，可能颇为出名。这幅画应该是外星人降临地球，外星人的降临之类的。
Hey, honey. Your work's incredible. The new stuff is wowing us all. But Ben, I've had an idea. You know, the critics are
评论
fickle.
家性情无常，
How about if you go
要不要
back
回
to
到
your
我的创作初衷？
paint something meaningful, personal, close to your heart? Gotta go. Love you lots. Mwah.
回归他的内心世界。
Hey,
那
Ben. Don't even pick up this call, okay? I mean it. I'm just calling to inform you that I went to the doctor today, and well, I'm gonna be a little sick for a while, but really, I don't want you worrying about it at all. You're at such an important moment. Oh, Benny, I told you not to pick up. There's nothing you can do for me right now. All you can do is just keep painting, keep striving. You make that work of true genius. I can just tell you're almost there. So, I'm going to hang up the phone now, and you're just...
But that's enough from me. Now, you'll hear from the person who I believe is the single thing in the
他妈
world
妈
my
生
wife
病
is
过
most
世了。
proud of. Her magnum opus, so to speak. I think you all know who I'm talking about.
他妈妈自己想当音乐家，但是后来应该是没有成功。他把全部的希望都寄托在他的孩子身上，然后也的确他成了一个艺术家。
Go on. say something. What's wrong? Why aren't you talking?
他自闭症，他怎么说？
Hey, honey. Guess who's calling? Again. Look, you know I talk to big, important people. People who could change your life every day. What the hell am I supposed to say?
不是，他照理说他都出名了，为什么应该赚了钱了吧？
My star client in 6 months? This is getting
他应该，他不是出名了吗？赚了钱了吗？可以退休了吧？
Love you lots.
赚了钱出名了，为什么还要去这个？为什么还要这个被经纪人追着跑呢？我们赚钱了，我们出名了，我们可以享受，
Hey, Benny.
我们可以享受阳光。
Guess who's calling? Well, here's the call. We're finished. We're done so kaput. It's over. Would you shut the hell up, Tabitha? I'm trying to fire a client in here. Who? Some washed up, stick up his ass, too good to sell brick. Probably isn't even listening to this message, but you know, Mama's gotta put her rage somewhere. Oh, shoot it. Am I still on?
他母亲过世后，感觉他失去了创作的动力。
Just calling to tell you. I think I'm selling the house. She's everywhere here, son. I can't move without bumping into her. And then I just find myself breaking down again. Take whatever you want. With your mother gone, I'm hoping to finally live without all the clutter. I'm just so glad you got to speak to her one last time. I mean, I know she told you not to pick up the phone. But, well, I'm just so happy that you did. She just wanted you to focus on your work. That was the only thing that mattered to her. Look. It's unbelievable, Benny. It's like she's standing in the room with us. Like I can see her in the paint. I can feel her.
我的猫忧郁的走了进来，丽子啊。
Is that really you? It's Chloe, your neighbor. My God, I can't believe this. It's been years. I just walked through the entire show. It's unbelievable. I'd love to walk through again.
再续前缘。
I mean, if you were down for that. I just can't believe that my entire childhood, I was living next to a bona fide genius. And your mom. I always heard her playing piano from next door, but I didn't know she wrote the actual music. She was a genius. Hey, so, not to be forward, but what are you doing after this? Maybe we could get a drink or
他
something?
在我的房间里，当然一直在搜寻壁虎。
I'd really love to catch up. I can't believe everything that's happened to you. I want to hear all about it.
Now would you look at that? I cannot believe my luck. Woo-hoo-hoo! You finally hit the jackpot, Flapjack. Oh, the nobody nothings dying every day. You finally sink your hook into a... Oh, well, there you are. Well, hello, sir. If I had realized, I would have cleaned up. I'm just used to fishing up a different class of soul. I mean, sure, I've had scientists, a couple college athletes here or there, but Whew. Internationally renowned painter? The gatekeeper's gonna eat you up. Hey, speaking of that, why don't we give your story a test run? Maybe you help me out with the word choice, since, you know, I'm still working on that. See if I'm getting all the strokes right. The proper composition, if you catch my drift. Forget about it. All right, here we go.
Gatekeeper! Before you stands the soul of a great man.
Now, would you describe yourself as a happy kid or a lonely one?
他整个故事的基调还蛮寂寞的，说真的。不知道哎，沉浸在画里应该挺快乐吧。
His childhood was a happy one, growing up in a loving home raised by loving parents in a quaint village by the sea.
And, what'd you say your mom was? A composer or an accountant?
来，栗子上来。还在找壁虎，没有壁虎了啦。
His mother was a composer who, with the need to support her family, took a job as an accountant.
How would you describe her as a teacher? More encouraging or demanding? Kind of like your champion or more like a taskmaster?
其实还蛮严格的。
Therefore, as his piano teacher, she was
不让我
over-demanding,
抱，他居然直接旁
forcing
边
him
睡
to
觉。
practice day in and day out, hoping that he might one day achieve that greatness that she never could.
And how about that neighbor girl? What was she to you? Was she your best friend or your first love? Now be honest here.
But on the eve of his big audition, he completely dropped the ball, staying up all night with his best friend and blowing it the next day. Now, from that moment forward, his mother
这
gave
个
up
故事其实
on
听
him.
起来挺不吸引人的。
She knew he didn't have what it took to be a
我没有
truly
选出
great
我自己
musician.
都觉得我选的选项一点都
Little
不
did
吸引
she
人。
know, she just
我
picked
们应
the
该要
wrong
选就是什
medium.
么，他是个孤独的孩子，然后什么什么。
See, when he was 12 years
应
old,
该选他是个孤独的
he
孩
got
子，
sick, and he had to stay inside.
然后他因为他的初恋而错过了那场音乐
That year,
音乐
he
甄选。
rediscovered a talent he'd forgotten. Painting. Sure, he loved finger painting as a child. Color and shape were the first languages he learned to speak. But for the first time, he saw it in a more serious light. He was accepted into an exclusive art school where he caught the eye of an esteemed professor who launched his work into the national spotlight. Now be quiet, all of you. With expectations on his career mounting, he stalled himself into bankruptcy.
啊？为什么？
Turned out to be a blessing,
为什么？
for it wasn't until he returned home to the house he grew up in that he began work on what would ultimately be considered his masterpiece. I said shut up, you scumdogs! You lucky fowls! All right! I get it! I hear what you're saying.
I hear what you're saying. I'd assumed as much anyway.
他会不会说抱歉，你的故事一点都不吸引人
I should probably，
你就要被吃掉了？
Those things, they're not regular gulls. They're lyre birds. They're what becomes of souls who try to lie to the gatekeeper. And once they try that, they're never allowed near her city again. I get to feeling bad for not defending them right, so they just stay on with me. Living reminders of my oratory's shortcomings.
Oh, yeah, good thinking. I'll be back to get you once I'm done with this one.
Hopefully you won't be seeing him again. You're a flea-bitten sap, you know that? Just look at him. Poor fool doesn't know what he's in for. Now don't think that I haven't dealt with people like you. You're ashamed of something. Something so terrible, you're trying to blink right past it. Because if the gatekeeper knew, she'd have to dream up fresh new hells to punish someone as worthless as you. And I'm sure you're right. I'm sure you're the rottenest soul that I ever fished out of that black muck. And I should have thrown you back and sanitized my paw as soon as I laid eyes on you. But it's too late for that. We're in this together. And the gatekeeper, she'll see right through your fake lies as if they were glass. So I'm gonna ask you again to start from the very beginning. And this time, I want the truth.
这还能有什么虚假吗？难不成这个家伙他吸毒？
Not this.
Now play the C major chord I taught you. Remember?
Come on, keep blinking. I haven't found it yet.
Doesn't that make you feel happy? You know, my father once told me.
This. Stay here. What did your mother hear on that phone call? Keep your eyes open. I need to see. Let's try this again.
I'm getting it. Hello? Yes, of course. This is Elle, his daughter.
Oh. Oh, what is it?
She knew she hadn't yet lived up to her father's expectations. And now, she never could. Let's keep going.
Eternally indebted.
What did you just say?
This isn't a trip down memory lane. Yes, I understand about the cat. Let's keep going.
他这个应该是在他原本设定里面是你不能眨眼，我在想。但是因为我并没有开那个眨眼的那个侦测，它也侦测不到我有没有眨眼，所以它就变成了一个单纯的只是把时间条跑完这样。嗯。
The death of those cats must have taught you a terrifying lesson. That simply being alive wasn't enough.
我就说那些猫怎么不见了
To make yourself sensational.
我就说猫怎么不见了？他们把猫怎么了？为什么猫会在外面被狗吃掉了？
Which is weird because
Hey, Elle, would you mind taking a quick walk with me down to my office?
We can focus in. Make sure he's staying engaged.
Try to speak a little softer. I really don't want to hear talking like that.
猫咪死掉这件事情太让人悲伤。
I mean, what's the point?
What do you mean? What's the point? What does that mean?
What's the point of any of it? If he's never gonna get any better.
Okay. Let's not say that. Okay? We know we don't mean it.
I know I don't. I know.
I mean, what if he heard one of us saying something like that?
I'd never forgive myself.
It's okay. He's asleep. It's okay.
I see. You got sick. You howled at the moon at the top of your lungs. You were sick for a long time, weren't you? Sicker than healthy kids are supposed to get? Well, no matter how painful it gets, I need you to remember.
This isn't video game time. I want you to figure out something actually productive to do while you're home from school. Try writing with it. Well, hello, Benny. It was your grandfather's, but I used it in college to write lyrics. Exactly. It was very artsy. Actually, I was just good at fooling your dad. Made him think I was some kind of genius. Why don't you write the story of your life so far? And then what you're going to do once you get better. That's the story I want to hear.
Man, this is wild. You really got into this, didn't you?
Hello, 早。
Oh, here I am. But on the eve of his big audition, he completely dropped the ball, staying up all night with his best friend and blowing it the next day. Best friend? Okay, Benny. And you know, we really could have just slept on the beach.
You are going to be in there for about 30 minutes, so try to get
看起来
comfortable.
像是一个什么断层扫描之类的。
Knock, knock. You're gonna be so annoyed with me, but I couldn't help but overhear Chloe reading loud from what I think was your story the other night. I know. I promised myself I wouldn't eavesdrop, but I would really love to read it if you'd let me.
他妈妈可能这个时候发现，他给他的压力太大了。
Can't.
Go in there and tell him you loved him.
I'm sorry, I just can't. Not right now.
Okay, don't worry. Go to bed. I'll talk to you. Hey, B. Just want you to know that Mom loved your story. She's just, I think it was just very emotional for her to read. But I thought it was great. I mean, look at this. His childhood was a happy one. Growing up in a loving home, raised by loving parents in a quaint village by the sea. I'm certainly glad you feel that way. But what I want to know is, where'd you learn to write so well?
连抵抗病魔的勇气也没有。他只是静静躺着等死。他到底生什么病，其实我就不知道。但后来不是好了吗？
If he's ever in pain, all he needs to do is press that red button and the drug will administer itself.
Thank you so much. You know, I know my wife would normally want to thank you herself.
No, I understand. It hits mothers the hardest, this sort of thing.
Thank you for understanding. It's been a rough one. Eddie. Yeah, hey man, it's Richard. Listen, I know Elle's been missing in action, but I just want you to understand things have taken a really bad turn here. Yeah, no, that's not going to be possible. To be honest, your whole tone is
看来因为要照顾这个小孩，所以他妈妈丢工作了。
Yes, I understand you have a business to run. It's a very cliche thing to say to me in a time like this. Okay. Well, then I guess all I can say is screw you too. I said screw you too. Yeah, man, that's all I got.
Hey, this isn't funny, you know. What, you're too scared to talk to me? Well, just so you know you're faking. Because if you were really sick, like actually sick, you'd have told me already. I happen to actually know about this stuff. So the fact that you are faking just so you don't have to go to school with me is actually
I remember when you were
我并不是很能够理解这个小孩子的心理状
going
态。
through a pretty tough time. Not as tough as now, but yeah, her music had been rejected, and she's having trouble adjusting to her quiet little life out here, and I feared
那我觉得那个台风应该不会来。
I was
那个
losing
台风
her.
感觉就是在很南部的地方，然后就扫过就走了。
It's your little hands reaching up for the keys.
那个台风必须要大幅度北转才会碰到台湾。
Once she heard that, well,
大幅度北转才会碰到哦，而且是一路直冲向北才会碰到哦。他只要稍微往西走一点，他就擦过就走了。所以并没有对他抱持很高的期待。
That's my bass. How did you figure out how to play that?
Keep playing, B. She's listening.
嘿，这不是我们家的猫吗？为什么看起来这么瘦啊？天！
What are you doing, Elle? She's gonna make you sick.
Oh, it's okay. I'm just so happy she's here.
它是被遗弃了吗？我的天
Gotta show this cat some real love. She's been through more than we can even imagine. Oh, her poor fur. Richard, we have to give Ernie a haircut, okay?
I'm getting her a sashimi plate.
What?
What? I think she more than deserves it.
也可能是自己跑出去。是无从危机来。
She hasn't been over. Like, she didn't even care to visit?
No, I mean, I don't think he's told her.
And you're just letting that be?
I don't know her step. You know how Benny is.
She lost her mother a year ago. You knew that, right?
No.
我觉得你们两个的这个期待可能相差有点远。
Check the book.
Okay, I'm calling now.
Honey.
我只能说，高频可能有点希望，但是要再往上走的几率就真的很低。当然，我很迫切的希望他来啦。
Oh my god, you're an idiot.
我们当然是很希望他来咯。
Do you realize this is really nothing special to me? I've seen this all before. I was thinking about what you said in the story the other day and how I reacted to it. And I feel kind of bad. I shouldn't have done that. But hey, what are you looking at? Don't look up there. Look at me. I'm talking to you. I want to give you something, but I think I don't want to be in the room when you see what it is. So maybe if you close your eyes, I can give it to you.
南部不缺水啦，南部水库已经装满了，不是吗？
Close your eyes now, okay?
南部水库已经差不多啦，你看那个增文水库都几趴了，这个水量够用到明年。虽然说明年缺水也是有可能的。 但至少今年水不缺了。没错，柚子也采收好了，我的柚子随时可能会寄过来，所以柚子也采收好了。
What is that?
It's something new I'm working on.
So you're writing again?
Ah, it's just a melody that came to me.
It feels good to play it.
It's sad.
Yeah, well,
因为我的滑鼠怎么
that
好
would
像
make
没
sense.
反应了？
But do you like it?
I mean, yeah. I love everything.
我希望
you
他
do.
来就可以放假呀。
Not this old trap.
Go on.
如果他来，我就可以放假。
Well, it
虽然
made
说
me
几率很
feel
低，
like-
但是如果他来，我可以放假呀。
Like if the unspeakable darkness I'm carrying can be so well expressed, maybe it's not so unspeakable. Nailed it, didn't I?
Yeah. I mean, that was pretty good.
他这是不是要病死了、这个人。
I can't breathe.
I know.
It's okay, Benny. I understand. There's no need to show me anymore.
No, Richard, it's like I can't breathe.
You know, for a while now, I've wondered if
所以
I'm
这小孩
just
是就这样子病
Not
死
a
在
good
床
enough
上的。
storyteller. If I just don't have grand enough words, can't tell grand enough stories. But grand words and stories, I think they may be overrated. Ugh. I know just what to tell her.
那他的人生真的很短
Watch for her now. I've seen the gatekeeper take many forms depending on the soul I bring her. But once you see her,
那他怕不是要变成他妈妈的样子？
believe me. I should go get ready. Don't worry. We got this. I think.
Hahaha 这个
There she is.
阿努比
Wish me
斯
luck.
猫猫神。我买了一个新的那个桌垫，那个滑鼠垫，那个滑鼠垫就是那个阿努比斯猫猫神的那种桌垫，很可爱的。可是因为那个塑胶那个什么甲醛还是什么味道太重了，所以我现在还把它晾在楼下。
You know, I never told you how much I loved your story. It's really so imaginative, and the person you wrote about is such an interesting and intense guy. My only issue was, well, I didn't like him very much. So, I wanted to read you something I wrote for you, which is about the Benny I've known for 11 years now. It's called The Great Life of Benjamin Brin. Benjamin Brin
对，还蛮可爱的一
was
个
born
桌
into an
垫。
ordinary home, to an ordinary mother and father in a small town by the sea. His mother was a composer, or at least that's what she dreamed she'd be.
对我就一直把它晾在楼下厕所里面，
She began to
因
dream
为那个味道
for
真的
him.
很重，没有办法直接用。
Then, when he was just 11 years old, he got sick and was forced to stay inside for an entire year. And in that year, he began to worry that he hadn't lived enough. So he made up a story of the great life he thought he wanted to live, which only made him forget the great life he already had. How he had filled a new home with light and joy and promise. How he met a girl, his neighbor, who felt all alone in the world and made her feel okay again. And how, even when he was sick, he still gave his parents hope. How he reminded them exactly who they were after they had almost forgotten. So when he knew he was going to go, he was okay. Because he'd already lived a great life, a full life. And he was everything he needed to be, just as he was.
She accepts. Close your eyes now, and keep them closed. She's gonna let you in.
Why is he smiling like that?
It must be somewhere that he likes.
一个11岁小朋友的故事，还不错，比我预期的好。虽然说它的确真的没有，它就不是游戏，它就是一个故事，但这个故事本身其实还蛮完整的。扣除不是游戏的部分来说，是一个很不错的一个故事，而且时间完美的控制在1个半小时之内。但它就不是游戏，它就是一个故事。但我觉得这个故事其实本身其实还不错，还蛮完整的，在讲一个这个可能有点内向自闭症的小朋友，然后小时候在父母的妈妈的期待之下，被要求练音乐。然后呢，交了个朋友，但是呢，音乐没有搞得很好。然后他觉得他让他妈妈失望了，然后他又生病了，他觉得生无可恋，他还给自己创作了一个故事。但后来发现说，其实他妈妈要的不是那个故事。对，差不多就一个电影的时间。整体来说，我觉得还不错，真的。从就是父母的期待，子女对父母的期待，子女以为父母对他的期待，从这个角度来看，我觉得这个故事还不错，蛮温暖的，蛮温暖的。好吧，那我们今天就到这边。那明天我应该会开，礼拜3不一定，因为礼拜3我第一天开工可能会很累。明天我们备课日应该不会需要我大吼大叫，但是礼拜3我可以想象我礼拜3一整天会大吼大叫，所以我礼拜3有可能如果回来之后喉咙不舒服的话，可能会休息吧。因为第一天肯定要大吼大叫，就是各种拿扫具、搬书、排座位、做干嘛的，疯狂的开学日，对，就是最忙就是第一天开学日的时候。那好吧，那明天我玩什么呢？海绵宝宝吧，或什么的之类的，明天再看看，等一下再决定。如果没有想到玩什么，就海绵宝宝。我等一下翻看我的那个游戏库。那我们就今天到这边，我们就明天见喽。